Friends, good morning, good afternoon, video class. So, in class, we'll look into illustration 14, page number 78, accountancy volume 1 for class 11. Class 11. Okay, so put in the format here, debits, particular date, particular debits and credits here. And this is a normal format what actually I was explaining you all to fill in, and also say that you have to just put a box outside so that we are clear on the journal entries what we process, and then we also have to give a gap between one journal to another journal. These are all some basics. We should not forget that there should be a gap between one journal entry to another journal entry for easy reference and also for easy verification whether the journal entry has been processed correctly, and also give a gap to enter the narration. Narration is most important when you process a journal entry. Okay, let's get into the sum. Chandran is a sole trader dealing in sports item. From the following transactions, past journal entry is month of March 2018. March 1, commenced business with cash. As usual, we all know that journal entry for this is cash account debit and capital account credit. 4 lakhs. 4 lakhs. Putting narration here, commenced business with cash, right? Leave one space, one line, and then go to the next transaction. Cash deposited into bank. So after commencing, he is depositing cash into the bank. So bank account will be the debit and cash account will be credit. Bank account 3 lakhs debit and cash account 3 lakhs credit. Cash is going out and bank is the receiver. And third journal entry is on March 3rd, purchase goods from Ravi and payment made through net banking. The dates become more significant as you go further into the ledger accounts processing and also into further deep into the journal entries for interest calculations, etc. So obviously remember the dates of the transaction. Date of the transaction is very important when you do problems and solutions. Purchase goods from Ravi and payment made through net banking. Again, net banking is a bank payment, direct bank payment. So purchase goods from Ravi. So we'll take it as purchase account debit and the payment is bank account for 90,000. 90,000. Okay. Next journal entry is sales made to Kumar on 4th March. Sales made to Kumar who deposited the money through CDM, cash deposit machine. So again, it is bank account debit because the money is coming directly into our bank account by somebody depositing into the cash deposit machine into our account. So people go to the bank and select our account and deposit cash into our bank account. So the money is it's as good as a cash sales. So money coming into the bank account. So debit bank account and credit sales account to the extent of 10,000 rupees. Next entry is on 5th March. Sales made to Vivek who made the payment by debit card. Again, the payment made by debit card is money coming into our bank account directly. So again, debit bank account and credit sales account for 60,000 rupees. Then on 6th March, sold goods to Kirtana who made the payment through credit card. Either payment is money is coming to directly to the bank account, payment through credit cards. So again, it's bank account debit and credit sales account. Bank account debit is for 50,000 and sales credit is for 50,000. Next journal entry is on 7th March, dividend directly received by bank. So it is an income that has come into bank directly. So bank account debit again for 2,000 rupees and dividend received is an income. Remember the nominal account rule, credit all incomes and gains, 2000 rupees. Then money withdrawn from ATM, cash withdrawn from bank. Cash withdrawn from bank is cash account debit and bank account credit. Cash is coming in and bank is giving. So 3000 rupees. Debit what comes in and credit the giver. Always remember the basic rules when you process a journal entry. So cash is coming in, so cash is debited, and credit the giver, bank is giving. So 3000 rupees. Salary paid through ECS. Again, salary is an expense, so debit all expenses and losses. Salaries account debit and paid through ECS, electronic cash service, and it's directly crediting to our directly going in from our bank account credit. It's an electronic fund transfer to the employee's account, so 6000 rupees. 6000 rupees. Salary is an expense, so we are debiting the expense account. Nominal account rule, debit all expenses and losses. Next journal entry is cricket bats donated to a trust for 10,000 rupees. So this is donation is an expense. Donations account 10,000 and credit is going in from stock. We have sports goods item, so we have to credit our now we will for the time being we'll credit our purchase account because it is going in from our purchases. But as we move progress, we have to deal with purchases as we converted into stock. We will discuss about it later as we go ahead into the next chapters. So donation account debit to cricket bats purchase. So purchase account is getting credited for 10,000 rupees. Hope this sum is clear, and let me know for any questions or clarifications, and put it in the comments on the comments section in the YouTube channel so that I can get back to you soon. Thank you, friends. Have a great day. And try these problems again. Now, after illustration 14, I think we have one more illustration. And then after that, we'll go into the exercise. I think we have around 10 or 12 exercises in this chapter. After that, we'll go to the next chapter. So just try these problems again from your end and let me know for any questions or clarifications. Have a great day, friends. Thank you.